What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a final review on the Beemax 1996 BMW touring car. This is a really neat kit, and it was a really fun build. My first time building a touring car, and it definitely will not be my last. This is a pretty cool kit. It's a 4-door race car. It's definitely different, but yeah, it's really cool. So let's go ahead and show you what we did to this build. It's mainly box stock, except mainly the seat and the little parts of the interior. Well, actually, the interior is in there, but for the exterior, it's pretty much all stock. This kit is pretty nice. It is from Japan, so just in case you don't know about Beemax, they mainly build or mainly manufacture, touring cars, race cars. So it's a race car model company, and it's pretty cool. So it's a quite expensive kit. Their kits are pretty expensive. So, and what you get in this kit is pretty nice. There are a couple things that are lacking some detail, which I will get into this video, but other than that, the exterior looks really good. So let's go ahead and show you what we did to it. So this is the box art decals. So the decals are from the kit. So what you see here is nothing different but the decals. So the body was really nice. The panel lines were actually pretty good. I did scribe them out just to make them more deeper. So for this particular body, for this particular paint scheme, I should say, it needs to be white. Now, for stupid me, I don't have any just plain Jane, bright white. So what this color is, this is actually just the Tamiya primer from this spray can. I sprayed it on there. It turned out really good. It smoothed out. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave in this primer because the primer white is super white, as you can tell right here, and it looks just as good. So I put the decals on and used Automotive 2K Clear on top of everything, and yeah, it turned out pretty good. So if you don't have any white, the primer white from Tamiya works out good, and it makes a good base color for this car, and it's nice. So that goes for the body. That goes for the wheels. These are BBS wheels, which is pretty cool. And the back one does have a hubcap, or basically a wheel cover back there. Now what that does, that is for aerodynamic purpose. It's basically, you can Google it, but it's for aerodynamic. It keeps the airflow from going inside of the car and stuff, because it's a race car and it has these nice fancy wheels. So it just keeps the aerodynamic, keeps the air flowing on the side of the car, which is pretty cool. Now the decals went down really nice. These are super high quality decals. They are from Beemax. I'm not sure if Beemax makes the decals or they're from an aftermarket decal company. I'm not exactly sure, but these decals went down perfect. They're not too thick where they're super hard to form, and they're also not too thin where Marco Saw is going to destroy them within a couple brushes. So really nice decals, especially back here. I thought this back here was going to be a pain in that butt to go around the license plate frame and stuff, bumper, but no, it went down super nice, and they formed perfect, which is awesome. So the decals went down nice on the body, and also a bunch of them are on the windows and stuff. So yeah, they went down nice, and I'm actually pretty pleased how they looked. Even the Michelin tire decals went down nice as well. So overall, really nice. Down here, it is the instructions do call for flat black, but if you look at the real pictures of the real car, it's more like a flat, dark, a super dark gray. So that's what I did, and then we put the decals on. Then I clear coated the entire thing, and then just masked off the body and just put on the matte clear from Tamiya spray can underneath there, just because I want those decals to be in a clear coat, so they're sealed. The spoiler was nice. I did actually snap off the spoiler mounts on the mount, so I just made my own, not a big deal. So yeah, so the spoiler was good. There are some photo edge. I did use the Beemax photo edge. It's a super detailed kit. It's photo edge set, you want to call it. It includes photo edge, it includes seatbelt buckles, and includes carbon fiber decals for the interior. So that's pretty cool. So that photo edge includes these metal toe rings or toe hooks. You can see right there. There's one on the back bumper as well. We got photo edge for the disc brakes, which is nice. So that's pretty much about it for the exterior. What is photo edge? And there's a bunch more in the interior that this kit offers. But other than that, everything went together really nice. All the windows snapped right in. The tail lights went down nice. The headlights went in nice. And there's that other second toe ring right there. So pretty cool. So that's photo edge. So that's pretty much about it for the exterior. The chassis is very simplified. It's a very simplified kit. Again, this is a curbside kit, so there is no engine, but the chassis is very little detail. The only thing to separate is your exhaust, your front suspension, and your rear axle. That's pretty much the only thing to separate, and you have to detail paint everything else. You have most of your drive shaft molded in there. Obviously your engine, bottom half of your engine is in there, so you have to do some detail painting if you care about that, or you don't have to, unless you know how much detail you want to do it. But I detailed it just because it's kind of fun for me. But yeah, the chassis is pretty simplified. It does have opposing steering, which is nice. So that's pretty much about it for the chassis. Only thing I did to the chassis was the exhaust, as I just drilled out the hole for the exhaust, so it actually has a little bit of depth in there. But other than that, that's pretty much the only thing in the aftermarket, or pretty much anything I did to the chassis. But other than that, pretty good. The interior, this is where the main focus is. The interior was actually pretty cool. I love these race cars that they actually use the main dashboard, and they just cut out the radio and stuff and put in their gauge cluster and stuff. So I always love race cars like that. I don't know why, it just kind of makes me happy for some reason. It's kind of cool. But the only thing that, like I said, is aftermarket is 3D printed wise is the driver's seat and the fire extinguisher. The fire extinguisher, you don't have to 3D print because it doesn't include the kit, but I accidentally snapped a little piece of hose fitting on the kit fire extinguisher, so I just 3D printed my own because you kind of need that if you're going to be doing some wiring. And then the seat, I didn't really care for the seat. The seat was really skinny. I mean, I think it was a little too skinny for scale, so I just put in a little bit aftermarket seat, and it's pretty much almost the same seat that comes in a kit, but it's more wider, and I think it looks more scale. So that's that. I did wire and plumbed everything on the interior. That goes for the fuel lines, the dashboard, the wires coming out of the dashboard to the receiver down on the floor, and the shifter lines and stuff. I mean, everything is all plumbed and wired because you can easily see it. You can easily see all the wires and stuff through the interior of this car, which is pretty cool. Like I mentioned, the photo etch set includes a new shifter. The small shifter, not the big one that you see is black. The main small one's photo edge. Of course, it has the seatbelt buckles, photo edge, and there's everything's in there is photo edge as well. The carbon fiber decals are for the gauge clusters or the buttons and switches for the dashboard, and also for the speedometer or the digital display. Again, it's carbon fiber. That's the only thing that comes in the kit for carbon fiber. The only thing that this kit lacks on detail is it did not come with no gas or brake or clutch pedals. So there's no pedals in this kit. So I actually did scratch build my own pedals, even though you can't really see it, but you can kind of see it if you kind of look at it in a different angle, the pedals. So that's kind of part that kind of like what, it's a $50 kit. It should come with everything for the interior, even the pedals, even though you don't see the pedals, but you should know, it should come with pedals no matter what. But that's the only thing that's kind of lacking from this kit, which is kind of disappointing, but not too big a deal. So the dashboard, I painted super flat black because they do that for these cars. It just kind of lets down from the glare from the sun, because you have a plastic dashboard that has like shiny plastic. It kind of glares off the sun. So super flat black I did on the dashboard. The door panels are not accurate on this car either. This car actually is supposed to have shipped down dashboards, but this one has full dashboard, or not dashboard, door panels. But I didn't really care about that. You can't see much anyway. But if you do care about that, if it does bother you that much, you can just put in a styrene sheet and just paint it black with the door panel. And if you want to, you can do carbon fiber. But other than that, I don't really care about that. You don't really see too much of the door panel anyway. The main interior bucket and roll cage I use, and this goes for the same for the chassis, I use Animal by Meg Off-White. It's white, but it's a little bit off. It's a little bit more darker and not as bright, so it kind of suits the interior and stuff, and it kind of separates the body color for the exterior, which you can see for the windows and stuff, which is pretty cool. But other than that, that's pretty much about it. Also, I did add a cooling hose, just in case you don't wonder what the hose is for. That's actually a cooling hose, because there's no AC in these cars, and they can't have the windows down, so you need some way to cool the driver down. So that's a cooling hose I made out of shrink tube, which is pretty cool. And one other thing is the roll cage was a little fiddly. Not too bad, but make sure you just take the time, use good modeling cement, weld those parts together. It does move around too much. It does move around quite a bit, and the roll cage pins aren't the greatest. So just fiddle it a little bit. It is a little fiddly, but not too big of a deal. And that's that. So that's pretty much about it for the interior. And also one more thing, I did use the the carbon fiber, the gold carbon fiber thing, what you call it. I'm not sure what you kind of call that for the back of the seat. So that's pretty cool. But all right, that's pretty much about it for this build. It was a fun build. Like I said, my first touring car, and it definitely won't be my last. It was a fun kit. I just kind of doubt these kits because of how expensive they are. But you know, it was fun. If you want a nice, quick, easy build race car, this is a nice kit. Everything just goes together super nicely. Again, it's from Beemax, and it's made in Japan, so it goes together basically like a Tamiya kit. It's really how these kits go together. It's really, really nice, and fitment is perfect. So really nice kit. You do get some extra parts in this kit as well. You do get like a stock steering wheel, and you do get some license plate frames, which you don't use those anyway on this car because it is not a street legal car. So you don't use those license plate frames. But alright guys, that's it for this video. Stay tuned. Here's some pictures of it in a photo booth. Hope you enjoy it, and we'll be starting my next build here shortly. But until my next video guys, we'll catch you guys next time. Take it easy.